Hello everyone, Lolly here. I'm gonna start a YouTube video, a YouTube channel where I talk about my trading month to month, and I guess I just update myself probably because no one is really gonna see this about my own journey and progress in my P&L and in my account growth. Just so you know, one day maybe I can look back at it and remind myself of where I came from. Currently, I'm sitting at about 18.5 thousand, so 18K in equity. And it's the 29th of July of 2025 at the time of recording this video. So a little bit of background about me. I'm a 25-year-old trader from Italy. I've been trading for almost 5 years now. I think it's gonna be 5 years in November, and I've never had a single profitable year, which is yeah, a little sad, but it is what it is. I've um, I've started in November 2021, and I remember that I actually got into trading through TikTok for the first time. I was scrolling through TikTok during the pandemic, late pandemic, and I just saw a video about a guy talking about how cannabis stocks were gonna have a big day on Monday. It was either a Friday or a Saturday, and he was talking about cannabis stocks are gonna get up big, and there's gonna be a lot of money to be made. And I was like, oh damn. At the time, I think I was looking for ways to make money during the pandemic. I think like everyone else at the time. And so I was like, well, you know what? I might as well try this. I didn't know anything about stocks or what the stock market was, but I know that before I was actually interested in the market. I remember that before going to college in 2019, 2020, I was like, you know what, I have to learn about the stock market before going to college. And so it was the summer of 2020, 2019, if I'm not wrong. And I was like, yeah, I need to learn about the stock market before starting college uh, in September 2019. And so I never learned anything about the stock market, of course, but that TikTok made me, very curious about this world. And yeah, I just downloaded like Trading 212, which is like the equivalent of Robinhood here in Europe. And I remember it was a Saturday when I downloaded Trading 212, and I tried to buy this cannabis stock. This is how dumb I was and how little I knew about the market. I tried to buy stocks on a Saturday, and then I realized that the stock market was closed during the weekends. And yeah, long story short, I spent the weekend learning about the stock market and everything, and then on Monday about the cannabis stocks, which were up like I don't know, 20, 30% maybe. And yeah, of course, like many gap ups, it was a gap and crap. So I bought it at the open and they just crashed down. But I also remember that I bought Lloyd's and BP, the oil stock, simply because they were like random. They were just two random names that someone nominated in a TikTok video. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy them. Yeah, those times were crazy. Everyone was making TikTok videos about stocks that were gonna go up hundreds of percentages. And so yeah, in the end, I lost money. I didn't deposit much. I bought it like $50, and I put like $10 in each. But yeah, in the end, I was just left with uh, a bunch of losses. But I remember that one position, I think it was BP, uh, this one. I remember that it was actually in the money, if I'm not wrong. And probably the fact that the BP was in the money is what made me realize that there was potential in the stock market. Because I think that if I lost money on everything, I would just have quit right there, very likely. But I actually ended up sticking to it. And a few months later, I kept trading, of course, but I had college. I was teaching judo to young kids, and I was tutoring another kid, first grade. I was uh, playing, I was playing sports as well. And so I had a very busy afternoon, and here the markets opens at 3:30 and closes at 10 p.m. And so I needed the afternoons to be free for me to trade, but I wasn't able to because of, busy life. I remember though that in the summer of 2021, I took the decision that this was what I wanted to do. And I literally left everything just for this. I left college, I left sports, I left my jobs, etc. I left everything. I literally left everything because I knew that this was what I wanted to do, and there was anything else I was really willing to do. And so yeah, that's where my journey became in the summer of 2021 is when I decided that this is what I wanted to do. A few months later, I found a job as a waiter in a restaurant, and yeah, I somehow I was able to convince them to let. I didn't really convince them, but in the end, I was able to work in the mornings during the week and mornings, afternoons, and evenings during the weekends. And so I was able to get free afternoons and evenings for me to dedicate to trading. And so that was great. That was actually great. Um, all in the meantime, I didn't tell a single soul about what I wanted to do, what I was doing, and most importantly, I didn't tell my parents that I left college. They eventually found out, and it wasn't really a good thing. My father tried to kick me out. A lot of stuff happened, and luckily, I was able to, get through it. And a couple years later, they just, I guess, accepted defeat and yeah, just kept doing my thing. To this day, though, no one knows what I'm doing. Right now, I don't, I've never had a single profitable year. Maybe 2020, those few months from November 2020 to December. I think it was probably up, but I mean, who wasn't up in 2020? But yeah, ever since, I've never had a single profitable year. And but I know eventually it's gonna come. I'm sure of it. I know. This is all I do. This is all I have in my life right now, and I'm sure that one day I'm gonna make it in this field. Um, the reason why I decided to start this YouTube channel is because, like I said before, I want to journal my progress, mainly my PNL progress, because I think it would be cool one day to look back at this and be like, damn, look, in 2025, I was still unprofitable. I had nothing. And look at me now. I made a lot of money in the market. I mean, at least I hope that's going to be the case. Then I don't know what's actually going to happen, but hopefully that's what's going to happen. Um, but yeah, it's been 5 years now since I started, and I know it's not gonna be long before I make it. I'm sure my profitable year is behind the corner. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is just a little introduction. I'm gonna be making probably one video per month, updating this YouTube channel and updating my P&L, how the market has been going, etc. It's gonna be very unfiltered. I don't plan what I'm gonna say. I don't plan what I'm gonna show. Honestly, I'm just randomly scrolling through through stocks right now through my scans. So that's just what I'm doing. But yeah, I don't really want these videos to be entertaining. I don't care about that. I just yeah, I just want this to be. some sort of time capsule that maybe one day I can look back to and be be happy about, be proud of. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm sorry if I wasn't very entertaining. I'm sorry if the video was very, I don't know, maybe boring or confusing, but yeah, I just wanted to make a little video, a little introduction, so that people would know who I am and what they're gonna see. I'm pretty sure no one is gonna watch these videos until maybe one day, maybe I win the USICS and someone actually cares about who I am. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and lolly out.